what exactly do you do if you're going to be taking a vacation and you won't be able to record any videos for a couple of weeks? Well, pre-record. That's actually something I'm going to be doing because in a couple of weeks, I'm not even going to be in Canada. I'm going to be out of the country, and we're going to be visiting my wife's parents. And, well, the rest of her family too, but mainly her parents, because we are going to Japan. It's been 5 years since we've been there. And it's gonna be great to be back there, because I lived there for 11 years. So it's pretty much like it became a second home for me. Or it actually became home for me, because I was living there for 11 years. And I remember the first time we went back, it was only a year after, but we were there to attend a funeral. Because my wife's grandfather had passed away, and we went to see the funeral, or to attend part of the funeral. It was interesting. It was a traditional Buddhist funeral. Yeah, but that's not what I'm trying to talk about. I don't want to talk about funeral or anything like that, but we'll be there for a little less than 2 weeks, and we are going to be visiting some friends and seeing some of our old places we used to go to. Definitely going to be going back to the old neighborhood where we used to live. And well, we're just going to be doing a lot of reminiscing. It's going to be happening. Yeah, it's going to be, I don't know. It's hard to say, because it's been 5 years. Some things have changed. The last time we were there was before COVID. Now, post-COVID, even though it's not really post, it's still going on. But it's a different thing now. It's not like it was. And I'm definitely going to be seeing a friend of mine. And no videos recorded. But the question is, what am I going to do? I am definitely going to be taking pictures. You think I should do a video showing what I had seen while there? I mean, let me just say that we're going to be... We're going to be in the Tokyo area, because that's where I used to live. My wife is from just north of Tokyo. We lived south of Tokyo. So we'll spend a little bit of time in the Yokohama area, which is where I lived and worked for all those 11 years. So that was my old stomping ground, I guess you could say. And it's going to be interesting to see how much has changed. Because, places that we used to go, like businesses we used to go to, are they still there? Are they gone? So that's going to be a big question. Like, we'd like to go to the restaurant that was right by our old apartment. And that restaurant has... Well, back when we were there, it actually had was in the Michelin Guide, which is really interesting. It's just this tiny little neighborhood udon restaurant where they were open 3 or 4 days a week for only lunchtime. And that's it. They're open a very short time. They grow all their vegetables too. And it got to the point where we were such regulars there that they knew who we were. And I actually did a review on Facebook for the restaurant, and they responded in English, and they knew exactly who I was, because we were regulars. But really good food. We want to go there. We want to have lunch there. So we'll be just checking out the old neighborhood and again, nostalgia, reminiscing. But yeah, the main thing is visiting family. We will visit, of course, all of the grandparents' graves. So we're going to be going to multiple locations. And this is my wife's grandparents. I've met 3 of them. And they all passed away after we left Japan. As we've been here for 8 years now. Or in Canada for 8 years. And my oldest daughter was born in Japan. And we moved here when she was 4. Her first language is Japanese. Except she doesn't remember it now. Our youngest daughter, of course, was born here. And she's never been to Japan. And she knows absolutely no Japanese. Now, I bet you anything. When we're done, she will know some Japanese. Even though it's less than 2 weeks. She will know some Japanese. And our older daughter may have relearned a little bit. But since she is 12, I wouldn't bet on her retaining it. But yeah, our youngest one will probably learn and then forget. But it'll be interesting just to see what happens with them. But I don't think we're going to be seeing like really major touristy things. Because, you know, even when we lived there, like going to the touristy places, they're crowded, they're expensive, they're full of, well, foreigners. It's nice to go to those places, but we want to go to the ordinary places, the places where we used to go, you know? I would love to visit my old workplace, see if, I think, I don't even know who works there anymore. I have no idea who works there. And I don't even know if any of my old students are still there. I mean, it's been 8 years. It's highly unlikely. Yeah, but what does this have to do with Minecraft anyways? While there, I am going to definitely be looking around and getting inspiration. I'm going to be taking pictures. And I think it's going to be a good thing for, especially on Brambles. Because I am doing a somewhat Japanese theme for the city that we're building. And yeah, I'll see what I can find. Like, the thing is, there aren't many early 20th century buildings left. That's for sure. It can be very difficult to find anything that's early 20th century. God, that's loud. But yeah, it's I don't know. What do you think? I'm really curious what you think that I should do. It's mostly, as I said, just ordinary places we're going to be going. But are there any specific types of things you'd like to see me do? I may just do a video where I talk over pictures that I have taken. Like, would you like to see a video of the pictures that I've taken? Yeah, it's, I don't know, it just the feeling, just knowing that I'm going to be there in 2 weeks. It's a strange feeling because it doesn't feel real. And like, this is a place that at one point, before I was in a relationship, I went through a few periods. I went through a period of extreme homesickness where I just wanted to leave and come back to Canada. And that was just months into my stay there. But I stayed for 11 years. And around the middle of it, before the kids were born, before the first kid was born, I was prepared to retire there. Absolutely. Because I loved living there. But once the kids were born, we realized it's actually really expensive to raise children in Japan. It's not the kind of place you want to raise kids. I guess, well, it's fine for raising kids, but it's just expensive. And kindergarten is mostly private and very expensive. Public schools, public kindergarten, they're not associated with elementary schools at all. And they have very, very long waiting lists. So that was the reason why we wanted to get out of Japan and into Canada before my oldest started kindergarten. Because kindergarten in Canada is part of the public school system. And it's in elementary schools. So yeah, that is probably the biggest reason we left. But if I never met my wife, or if I had been in a totally different situation, things would be very different right now, probably. But no, I'm really glad that I've got those kids. Oh, hello. Yeah. So I just want to get to the top of the hill here. And this feels like a really rambly video where I'm not really focused, does it? But I am going to try the A/B or the test and compare feature for the first time on this channel for thumbnails and see what happens. And yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. If I post an image of one of the Japanese builds I've done, you know what? Let's get out of this world here. All right, this is more appropriate. Here we are on Brambles and a couple of my Japanese builds here. So of course a temple, main hall with a pagoda. Both. What the heck? Well, I just saw something flaming go flying up over there. That was weird. Huh. When did that happen? Oh, maybe that was when I was here. Okay. Never mind. So I was firing arrows at things. Oh, that was strange. But anyways, here we go. We got Japanese build. And I want to continue building more Japanese things on the server. This village is going to be transformed into an early 20th century Japanese village, and I really wonder how difficult that's going to be. I need to do a lot of studying of architectural styles. But yeah, this is not quite a replica of the main hall of Kiyomizu-dera in Kyoto. The inside is totally different, of course, but I've got a lot of interesting design, I think. I really like how this turned out. So yeah, what do you think? I'd like you to tell me what I should look for and take pictures of, and I will share the pictures. This will be in July, of course. I'll share them. But anyways, if you like videos like this, then please consider subscribing to this channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.